So, c- can you tell us what transpired and what happened, or what is this tournament about?
Well, this is it is by the Pinoy Basketball League of Orlando. So we're here in Orlando right now. It's an intercity competition, different cities. Tampa, Claremont, Orlando, Jacksonville, and of course we're representing Miami. So, yep, it was fun and we won.
Very exciting. How did you guys found out about this? Kevin.
So my name is Kevin, last name Cavite. Not from the city of Cavite. My parents are from the Visayas, but I grew up in America. But I've been playing basketball for a long time. I haven't played basketball in a little bit for the Philippines, but basketball is just something that we love to do. Even if we don't play basketball for a living, we still love to play basketball as a hobby, as a passion, and just to meet other friends and family in the community, even out of the community. Just something to keep our mind busy because sometimes, work isn't always everything. And
Mm.
it's something fun to do to meet everybody.
Absolutely. How did you guys come about this? Where did you find about the tournament?
One of our teammates, they had been in contact with someone from one of the person within the other city.
Hmm.
Also, I've been friends with some of the people from before, but I haven't kept in contact with them. We lost touch before COVID and things like that. But we decided to participate recently because recently, thanks to Tito Shinley and other people who help organize leagues in Miami, they tried to build back a Filipino basketball organization back in Miami. And we tried to build a team in South Florida to compete within an intercity tournament in the state of Florida.
How long has this intercity been around?
The intercity has been around, from my understanding, for many years. Before, since I was a child, like 10, 15 years ago,
Hmm.
that's been around. Um, but recently, I haven't played in that intercity for some time, just to just because South Florida hasn't been able to come up with a team. Just life obviously with COVID, and then obviously other things, people just finding the time to come together and things like that. But
Okay.
it's been around for some time.
Thank you for answering that question. Um, so tell us how did this come into play? Like, um, from the very beginning. You guys finished the tournament from in Miami, right? Well,
Yeah.
and you everybody from the Miami tournament gathered, and if you could kind of explain more in detail.
So from my understanding right now is that I grew up in Miami. I'm Filipino American, but both my parents are from Filipino. But I grew up in the States. We used to have a Filipino American League here for some time. During COVID, right before COVID, things were difficult. The league kind of fell apart. They put the league back together now. Not the same organization, but just the community around tried to come back together and try to just build a community. Starting with basketball, but it's not only basketball. It's just about building community. We had a league. There were some newer groups of Filipinos that played. We had a couple tournaments, and people were eager to just come together and play and see one, like bring some of the best players, see how we can compete against other cities, and two, just come together and just have fun and just meet um, other families, other communities, and come together and see what we can do together. Because when I played before when I was younger, it was different groups, and obviously, as time goes by, people age and they get older and they go to different areas. It was just refreshing to meet like a new group, and so now here we are, and it's been fun. It's been fun, hanging out with a new group.
Great, great. Shinley,
Mm-hmm.
how's it for you as a volunteer? Um, What's the experience?
Oh, great. Experience is great. Before this interview, Kevin and I were talking, and we're talking about the community. Um, you know, the gathering of the communities, and that basketball is just a tool, but it's a great tool. It's a great tool. uh, of course, aside from the obvious reason of benefits of basketball, which is of course promoting physical health and wellness. Um, this like this thing, it fosters social connections, and it helps promote cultural values, and I just love doing something for the community. And then in fact, we have this new um nonprofit nonprofit and organization that's going to be doing a tournament soon. That's going to be in February 17, 18, and 19. And as I also explained to the group earlier, that I need everyone to, this cannot be done by just one person. As much as I have the passion and the willingness to do something for the community, it's cannot be done by one person. So I really encourage everyone to be involved and just do something for the community. And so I would need help in trying to build this new organization, and that trying to get everybody involved, and with one common goal, with the common goal of trying to get the communities together and do something for each one. Um yeah, and that's going to be a great thing.
Thank you for that. I believe so too, Shinley and Kevin.
Mm.
How do you guys go about with the ego, like making sure that everybody is, they buy in to this community that's that's very powerful.
So Kevin here, I think one of the biggest things is that communication. Just
Mm-hmm.
like today, we talked today, and just understanding where everyone's coming from and understanding everybody's background, just understanding why we're here. Because when it's not. So we just came from a basketball league, right? It's not. It's more than basketball. With me
Mm-hmm.
and Tita Shane, we were talking about is we understand not everyone's going to make thousands and thousands of dollars or million playing professional or whatever. It's more so the fact that we get to play and we get to meet other Filipinos, other people within the states that have made it here to the states, and just the camaraderie that we've had, just getting together and getting to know each other and see how we can help each other, help each other be
Mm-hmm.
successful in the States, how we can help each other be successful in helping our families back home,
Mm-hmm.
and just things of that, just building, our community and our culture outside of basketball. Basketball is just, yeah, when we play in the weekend or whatever the case may be, we compete, we have fun. But outside of that, it's we understand that, it's more than that. And that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
biggest things.
Shinley, you want to add more into that, or
I think he said it all. He said it, you know, perfectly well. There's nothing more that I can add to it. But yeah,
perfect,
like
perfect.
that.
Now let's get to the game itself, right? I know it was a far and hard fought game that the
Mm-hmm.
whole team and the volunteers and the management had to endure while you guys were there. So about 3 to 3.5 hour drive, right, from Miami, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it was about like a 3.5 hour drive for some of us is like 2.5 hour, but the biggest thing is that we prepared ourselves for this like this weekend, and then we drove the weekend of in the US. There's a holiday Thanksgiving. It's a big holiday where families come together and celebrate. I know some of us came early to celebrate together. Some of us who don't have our immediate family here, they celebrated together because that's their most immediate family. some of us came early, and we just came together to support each other and
Mhm.
do the best we can to have fun and win or lose, have fun and play the best for each other throughout the weekend. In the States, there's a holiday called Thanksgiving. It's the biggest thing about Thanksgiving is just, celebrating family and things like that. And that's the biggest thing that we, you know, preached about. It was just in this tournament, play for each other. And it's not about, some players being a superstar or whatever the case may be. It's just about
Mhm.
learning how to have teamwork and play with each other. It was interesting. Some of us ages from some who are in high school to former high school and college who are older, 28, you know, nearly pushing 30, who have jobs and careers, but we're working together with different groups just to see each other succeed with the game of basketball and also bonding together, being a Filipino community, just helping each other succeed and understand that like we're gonna do our best to be the best on the court and also do our best and teach each other to be successful off the court. And that was like one of the
Mhm.
biggest things that we learned today. And luckily, we were able to be successful and win on the court and win the championship, which is great. It hasn't been it's been a while since Miami's won a championship, and also now after we celebrated and we're winning, we're also be able to talk to each other about how proud we are on the court and off the court too. So it was a good coming together and like building the community.
Mhm.
Absolutely. It sounds like besides building that community, you guys had team building as well, right? That you could
Mhm.
carry
Correct.
on in your
Correct.
professional career,
Correct.
right?
Right.
So in the sense of the game of the basketball, did you guys have to practice prior to this? I saw some clips, but how many practice runs did you guys have to do? Have
Um.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
Tita
Chin.
Shin. Yeah,
I.
Tita Shinlu was there too. We
Yeah.
saw a
Yeah.
lot of practices there.
Uh
Tita Shinlu
huh.
is very supportive, and one of our members who's actually a part of the team was actually, he came here recently and is actually a coach, an assistant coach in a high school team here, and he was able to facilitate us with a team. We realized he was able to facilitate us, not the team, but a gym.
A
And
gym.
we've been
Yeah. Gym.
practicing,
Yeah.
yeah, with a gym. Um, we tried every weekend, obviously, with times people are busy, but we tried, every weekend. From the moment we learned about the tournament till the tournament, we would try every weekend to try and come together for at least an hour or two just to come together and,
And
practice, game
practice. Yeah.
plan, talk, and just, learn about each other and things like that,
Right.
just
Yeah.
build teamwork.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging for everyone because they all work and there are students also. We have a couple of young, really young players, and school, and then we at the same time we're trying to get our spot in the gym because the gym is other groups are also using it. And yeah, it was not easy, and we have players coming from like Port St. Lucie, West Palm Beach, and and they all have to go there and practice. And I am also aware that in their own time they try to do their best also to be to keep physically fit and conditioned. In that way they're going to be able to execute well when I mean during the tournament. So
Great, great. Thank you for that description. So fast forward, we go into the tournament day. You guys beat one of the top seed. Is that correct?
Correct. We had beat the defending champion, and
mhm.
then in terms of just understanding the history of what happened in the last recent years, from my understanding, we had um, struggled against some of the recent top teams, but one of the biggest things is that when we were happy about this team is that we're able to regroup and talk to each other and listen to each
Mhm.
other and just say what we did wrong, what we did right, what can work, and the next day luckily there was a opportunity for us to redeem ourselves. We had chances to play again, and then there was playoff, almost knockout championship round, where we were able to redeem ourselves and win the playoff rounds to make it to the championship. And we were able to prove that our practice was not for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We came together and we made it through in the playoffs in the championship round, and just we were able to win, and not only just win, but able to win and be proud of each other from
Right.
where we came from. The fact that some of us, I grew up here, but in South Florida, but some of the people, members of the team, had recently just came from the Philippines, had
Mm.
recently just found, this group, this community, and they're just some of us we were talking. They're just so happy to find a group and just not only about basketball, just be happy to come together and be successful on and off the court. That was just one of the biggest things. We whether we were winning or losing, we were helping each other, and I think that also helped us on the court. To be honest, at the same time, just
Right.